Hi, my name is Paula Shaw. I'm from Soulful Guiding, and in this video I'm going to discuss the major themes of the full moon coming up in Cancer on the 26th or the 27th of December, depending where you are in the world. And it is coming, this full moon, it's got the energy of big feelings for everybody. I'm going to dive into that and prepare you guys. But there's this bizarre in-between week for those of you that celebrate Christmas. Even if you don't, I have always found the week between Christmas and New Year to be bizarre. It's like things don't make sense. I've tried to work with people in one-on-one sessions and they're always very strange. But this New Year and this Christmas holiday season, I personally will be in retreat. So I am filming this a couple of weeks in advance. So if things get really super weird, I'll be offline between now and this full moon, then I won't know about it. But I just want to quickly say, if you are new to this channel or you're watching this channel, please subscribe and hit the like button. You guys know how it works. It really does make a big difference. I would love your support. But let's get ready. Let's look at this full moon in Cancer. So if you don't already know, Cancer, the sign Cancer, is ruled by the moon. So this is a full moon in Cancer. So it's just amplifying everything to do with full moon times, which are where our emotions are heightened. We feel everything. And Cancer is a water sign. It's associated with emotions. So, for it to come at this time around the holiday season, around Christmas Day, this is a time where a lot of us are with our family and a lot of emotions can be really activated. And it is also this time of being in the energy of being with family. And Cancer rules over family and also the mother. So it's emotions, it's the mother energy, it's community connection, and it's just these big feelings, a sensitivity. Sensitivity isn't always a negative thing. Sensitivity is the capacity to be attuned to what's going on. But be aware, everybody's going to feel potentially this heightened emotional dynamic at this full moon. So if you are with family around this time of the year, or you are around people that you know can be activating for you emotionally, be super aware that this is playing out and be extremely conscious. At the new moon in Sagittarius in my video, I discussed being very intentional about how you want to enter into this holiday season. Because if you're intentional, you're not controlling it. You're there, you're ready. And if the emotions get high, you are already aware of a strategy of how you want to respond. So just be really aware. And also Mercury will still be retrograde in Capricorn. So a way to navigate these energies over this period of time, over this full moon, the days leading up and after, a way to navigate this could be to get into that Mercury retrograde, which is pulling back your communication, not just saying everything you feel. I definitely would not do that around this full moon. Anything that's emotionally charged and dramatic will not go well. If it's not held with an intention or an awareness, you can actually use these big emotions, these big feelings to your benefit, but you need a strategy. And Mercury retrograde, rethinking, reorganize, restructuring the way that you think, the way that you communicate. If you can get into that, you could actually have some really, really deep, really productive, and really meaningful conversations around this time of the year. It's been a tough year, as we all know. We've all experienced some kind of pressure, cost of living, war, you name it, the human race, we're going through it. So maybe this full moon is letting us know that we're all kind of super, super sensitive and charged and ready to let off some steam. But if you're listening to this, you get to go in eyes wide open with an intentionality about how you want to be there for others if they are really deeply emotional. And you could actually work with the energy to steer it towards really productive, really beneficial conversations. You know, ultimately, our emotions, they are always pointing us towards areas of our lives or our internal beliefs and views that require a transformation. So emotions and feelings aren't negative. They're not the problem. It's what we do or do not do with it. So, you know, follow your emotions if they're coming up. Maybe you're feeling like you want to pull back and retreat at this full moon. If you know what house it's in, that would be a place where you might be having big emotions. And if you are into it, I have done a video on the horoscopes for this full moon and the whole month and the journey we go from new moon through to full moon. And I also weave in the bigger transits at play. But, you know, don't be scared of your emotions. Just don't get stuck in them. Don't follow them down their little rabbit holes, and don't identify that that's who you are. And if somebody else is doing that, breathe. Remember, Mercury retrograde. And another dynamic around the cycles, the astrology planetary cycles at this full moon, is that Jupiter will be sextile the moon and Saturn is sextile Jupiter. So this really will support constructive conversations that are expansive. Okay, these are beautiful configurations, guys. These are the kind of dynamics where you go that, you know, the universe has got our backs. It's not all just big, dramatic feelings. So Jupiter wants to bring wisdom and blessings and the, you know, the teachings. It's the guru. It's this greater expansive understanding of what's going on. So it's in this beautiful dynamic. So if the feelings are big, you're following them skillfully, conversations are happening. Be aware that if you're conscious about it, it could expand. And if you're wise, bringing in that beautiful Jupiter energy, you will be able to, I feel, allow these big emotional interactions to benefit you. Or maybe you're on your own and you're working. I actually have talked to multiple people and they are experiencing this season, this holiday season, in a very different way. Watch my monthly astrology snapshot. I dive into this deeply. And as I shared before, I'm going on retreat. I'm not doing a traditional holiday season. So if you, like me, you're pulling back and you're going in deeply, then follow the emotions. I feel like there could be a huge emotional purification for many of you at this full moon. A big, like a watershed, this amplification. So again, don't be scared of the emotions. Just work with them really, really skillfully. And then with Jupiter being in a sextile, so again, a very positive dynamic with Saturn, between Saturn and Jupiter, this can be very constructive. When Saturn, the planet of form, of karma, of time, and Jupiter come into positive connection, we can build great things. We can actually expand through being constructive. So you can see as we weave all of these dynamics together, the complexity of the way these planets, you know, as above, so below, the way they speak to us, you can see that there's great potential for skillful conversations that are about healing something, about renegotiating maybe some of your relationships, or moving with the emotions for a purification. This full moon is in a lunar mansion. It's in a part of the sky that's associated with big emotions. So it's like, whew. Again, I will reiterate, emotions are not bad, but it's in this nakshatra, which in my Patreon community, I go deeply into the meaning of this nakshatra, this lunar mansion, and it adds another dimension of the themes associated with this full moon. But it's really about mastering the mind, you know, so that your emotions don't run wild, and learning how to channel your emotions constructively. So, if you're listening to this, you've got some positive karma to hear this message, and maybe this is going to support you to not just slide into holiday season and eat copious amounts of food and, and be intoxicated and fight with your family, or be sad that you're on your own. Maybe you're listening to this right now so that you can journey with this time in a way that's not just unconsciously following the old traditional patterns. Christmas is a beautiful time for those of you that celebrate it. The holiday season is a beautiful time, and it's a time where historically we would let off steam, but just letting off steam can burn. If you've been near a pressure cooker and nearly been burnt by the steam when you take the pressure off, it can be very dangerous. So really journey with this, master your emotions, don't control them, don't ignore them. They're okay, they're normal, they're natural. We all have it. You cannot be a human without emotions, but use this holiday season to channel it, to direct it, and to master your own state of being. It's not rocket science, it is fundamental. And I feel like this lunar month is really inviting you to actually journey with that. And this adra, this nakshatra that this full moon is occurring in, is also about defending, channeling anger and rage in a healthy, structured way. So some of you may find at this full moon you're defending people, the underdog, but do it skillfully. You can see this theme very strong. Do it skillfully. Channel the energy, channel the rage and the frustration consciously. I feel like at the world level, this may be a time when, and I hope nothing crazy happens between now when I'm filming it, which is just after the new moon in Sagittarius and this full moon. Nothing crazy happens, but if it does, it could be at the world level that there's a peaking of the negative, and we just get tired of the big elephant in the room, the wars that are playing out on our planet right now. Maybe this full moon triggers at the collective level this energy where we're just tired of it, and we just want the innocents that are being killed right now and destroyed, and their lives are being destroyed on our planet in so many ways. Maybe we're ready to collectively say enough, and we're going to feel it. And Adra is like, Adra is connected to Shiva. And I'm not an expert in the Vedic knowledge or Hinduism. I've journeyed with it enough to appreciate at that gross level what Shiva is about. Shiva is about the destruction that is a natural part of the human realm and the human experience. So sometimes we need to destroy the right predators, the right, the ones that are actually committing the crimes that we all deep down know is not okay. There's some pretty fundamental truths to this human experience. And with Shiva being activated in Adra and full moon in Cancer, I feel at the collective level we might just feel it in a way where we are ready to do something constructive, renegotiate Mercury retrograde in Capricorn, and then that Jupiter, Moon, Saturn sextile dynamic. So yeah, if there are, this full moon has the potential that things that totally deserve to be destroyed could be. So again, if you're feeling a big emotional moment, or you're having a culmination, it's full moon, with family or people close to you, remember this, okay? And channel that energy constructively. And if there are things or people that need to be destroyed because they deserve to be, it's like we can identify it at a deep fundamental level, channel the energy towards that, but be really clear about what that is. A lot of us think we know what deserves destroying, but actually as you tune in more deeply, you see it's not so obvious, but it does become very clear at those deeper fundamental levels. Okay, I am sending you all so much love, and I wish you all a really wonderful holiday season, and I will be doing prayers for anyone that's listening during my retreat. I'm doing a deep meditation retreat, not some luxurious, getting massages and organic food. I'm going deep in, because I know that this is the best way to nourish myself personally, so that I can show up in the world with more peace in my mind and my heart. So I wish the same for you. I hope this benefit fits you over this holiday season, and I will see you all again in the new year. And I will be sharing my astrology 2024 astrology forecast 30-page ebook that will come out in the first couple of weeks of January as a gift to you guys, to give you another, hey, heads up, there's bigger patterns coming. Some exciting stuff. You can subscribe on the link underneath this video. Subscribe to you'll receive my monthly astrology forecast. I don't spam. So you're subscribing. It's only for subscribers. So yeah, and it's just such a good book. I've really loved researching and writing it for this year, and I've got some hope, but I also know some more big stuff's coming. But yeah, happy holiday season. Sending love out to you all.